So, my friends, no Zelda? Another Nintendo Direct, another Nintendo event, and no new news on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. And it's funny because we're getting Xenoblade Chronicles 3 this September, which I'm really excited for. Now, I know a lot of people are disappointed in the Nintendo Direct that happened not too long ago. I loved it, and sure, Breath of the Wild 2 not being there it definitely hurt, but I mean, I had a lot of awesome games in my pocket. Kirby, Mario Strikers is back, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I'm excited. And here's the thing, when it comes to these Nintendo Directs, if you focus on one game, you're gonna get disappointed time and time again. And that's why I play a lot of games, and you should play more games. Xenoblade, play Xenoblade. But the thing is, I understand when people are getting, mad, rattled, confuzzled at the lack of Breath of the Wild 2 news and information. And this is just not a fan thing. This is like a consumer thing or an investor thing. And Nintendo has said, hey, we're still planning for 2022. But as time passes, 2022 doesn't seem like it's gonna happen for Breath of the Wild 2. Especially considering that Xenoblade seems to be ready for September. And according to the director of Xenoblade, that game is gonna be ready, like it's almost done. They're making final adjustments and literally the game just got announced. And I love when Nintendo does that. And of course, I do appreciate Breath of the Wild 2 being revealed back in 2019, but you think we'll have more information, like a name or a more concise release date for this title. If it is coming out in 2022, then it's probably gonna be like a November, December title, a holiday title, because Nintendo already has a pretty cool lineup going into the future of their games of 2022. We got more recent releases like Legends Arceus, going into Kirby, going into Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, going into Splatoon 3, going into Mario Strikers, and then going into Xenoblade, right? But then nothing is really like stamped for winter or holiday season, and I feel Nintendo, like it's a weird perspective thinking about how Breath of the Wild 2 constantly is being reserved just for E3. And, considering they've done more events for the original Breath of the Wild, like Breath of the Wild was at E3s, was at Directs, was at the Game Awards, and was at the Nintendo Switch event. But Breath of the Wild 2 is just E3, and we don't even know if E3 is gonna be a thing this year, because they confirmed that it's gonna be all digital this year, but then a lot of insiders are saying, like, yeah, they're trying to save face, but a lot of people are dipping out, and that E3 this year is gonna like implode. It's gonna fall on itself because they're not gonna have a lot of people like showing off their stuff. I mean, I don't even know if Nintendo is one of those people that like backed out according to the insiders. But Breath of the Wild 2, I understand the need, the want for more information. This is not like people being impatient. I feel that enough time has passed that warrants more information about Breath of the Wild 2, especially if it's coming out this year. And, I like with the Nintendo Direct happening in February, just now, I really don't see another Direct happening before that of E3 time. But all things considered, I feel that the situation is very weird for Breath of the Wild 2. And I would like to see some more updates. And it's not like we can expect a Zelda Direct because we haven't really ever gotten a Zelda specific Direct, which is kind of weird. We've always had Directs when it comes to other series like Pokemon and Splatoon and Super Mario. And then other third parties do their own Directs or whatnot. But never truly a Zelda specific Direct or a Breath of the Wild Direct. But I feel Nintendo is going along too much with the idea that people will be hyped either way and will allow them to drip feed us information, because it's one of those situations like, oh, you're gonna buy Breath of the Wild 2 regardless, right? And that's kind of a messed up perspective, but I mean, hey, if it works for Nintendo, but I just wish they would be a little bit more transparent with a game of this caliber, especially considering how well Breath of the Wild 1 released and sold. But that's what I just wanted to feel feel it out and see how you guys feel about this perspective. Let me know what you think about what's going on with Breath of the Wild 2's news or lack of news in the comment section below. And for any time of updates or theories for Breath of the Wild 2 and Zelda, be sure to keep it here as HMK. Subscribe, comment, and share for more. Until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.